January of 2017, our marriage was failing, fake. Everything was snowballing, destroyed. It was like a big word vomit coming out, like it was not healthy. But then I stopped and I was like, no, like God gave me this word to keep pushing forward and to have stronger faith than ever. And so I literally would make, every time my little girl would go down for nap or for bed, I would take the time and just pray for my husband to come back to God, to be the man of God that we want him to be. And I think we kind of came back together, like hoping that it would just like mesh, but we still didn't have the community. We still didn't have a church. We still didn't have God in the middle. And I think that's where 2017, like when he got home, was still hard. We still had our moments. We still had our fights. And then in November, his family was home, or his family was out here for Thanksgiving. And they're like, hey, we know the Deuce, like they go to church C3. Like, do you guys want to come? And I was like, yes, please. Like, sign me up. And he was having to go away again. So I went with our little girl. And when I parked and like walked in, I just knew that this is where God had called me to be. And then 2 Sundays later, I woke him up and I was like, you're going to church. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yes, you are. Short end of the story, he went to church and he just started breaking down. And it was probably the most powerful thing for me to see God at work in him. That's when all of my prayers, all of the fight that I had to put in 2017 kind of came out, where I could see it like starting to break him down and soften his heart.
I think it was one Sunday after I arrived, I think it was the following Sunday, we saw the video for Emerge, and she asked me if I wanted to go to Emerge, and I said, I don't think so. Like, that's not something I'm gonna do. So I was supposed to be gone. I was supposed to be doing some more training, and I show up to work Monday morning the next day, and they're like, hey, we have this job that we need you to do. You're essentially gonna be non-deployable for 2 years. So the next Sunday, she goes, hey, so you're gonna go to Emerge now? And I was like, yes, I will go to Emerge now because I have nothing going on. Went to Emerge, and it totally changed my life. I rededicated my life to the Lord. I got baptized. Then we got baptized together as like a renewal, a restart of our marriage. And then June 3rd, I called Samuel Deuce, and I asked him, I said, will you renew our vows for us on the beach? It's gonna be a surprise. Mariah doesn't know about it. It'll be for our 9-year wedding anniversary. He said, sure. And in less than 48 hours, they had set up this beautiful wedding.
I had dreamed and prayed in 2017 for this day to come, but I never voiced it to him because I'm like, there's no point. But God knows the desires of my heart and met the desires of my heart that night.
And that's really what the church is all about, is community. Vision Builders was shortly afterwards. We had a number and it was crazy, but we realized that the heart and the community of this church is something that we want to continue to pour in, not only with our personal time by volunteering, but our money. It's God's money anyways. So why wouldn't I want to invest in the people around me? I want other people to have the same experience that I had coming to this church. If this church wasn't around, I can probably tell you that I wouldn't be here right now.